8:15 p.m. It's Saturday evening, May 31st, 2025. These are sky conditions. And this oh, hey, looky here. I was just going to say this is my final thoughts. I don't know if we're able to see that or not. We got some waves back here. I can see them, but whether or not this camera can see or not, it's hard telling. Similar to the waves that was next to the so-called sun earlier, and which, well, actually these are not all that far away from the location of said sun currently, as that is back here someplace, setting. So anyways, in regards to our Michigan skies and this overcast appearance, which basically, okay, there we go, a little bit more like it. How many years in a row has not only Michigan but other states been afflicted by Canadian wildfires? You know, they want to spout off about health this, health that. They want to talk about carbon footprints and so on and so forth. What actions have been taken against our neighbors to the north? And no, I am not against any Canadians whatsoever. In the past, I have found them to be quite pleasant people. But still, it makes me very curious. Why no so-called climate control actions or lawsuits or, have you heard of anything of that nature taking place? Because the reason why I bring this up, we had a warning that was issued, a meteorological warning yesterday about the incoming smoke, and that it was suggested and advised that our windows would be closed at night while we were sleeping because of the air quality. Now, if the air quality is that bad to where they are basically bringing out health warnings, shouldn't that be addressed much like a virus? Or some other health risk, such as a train derailment and hazardous, if not toxic, chemicals being distributed on the ground and in the air to where it can travel for miles and miles and cause many issues, respiratory, which of course respiratory issues seem to be the common theme year after year for whatever reasons. Of course we got, you know, our seasonal allergies kicking off for many people here. Yeah. And furthermore, so whenever we do have these wildfires, these massive wildfires where plumes of smoke travel for far, far distances, we get these spectacular images, if not recordings, of sunrises and sunsets of, you know, this blood red coloration. Kind of question that. You know, throughout my lifetime, I've had many a bonfires, many a campfires, many fires in general. And of course, most fires, as far as entertainment-wise, is at night. And it's not just a fire that might brighten the surroundings in the darkness, but that of flashlights or torches for some. But yet through the smoke, the light of the flashlight never goes red. Oh, there's that to think about. And I no longer see these waves back here. So they must, we do have, you know, a nice little wind that is blowing. Go back to the regular lighting here. And it does appear like we are getting a little bit of blueness kicking off now. Just before it gets dark. Oh no, no, those waves are still back here. Once again, whether or not this camera will pick them up, I'm not too sure. But hey, what I am going to do, and if you are interested, and I've already put this information out in a couple of replies, I added a video or a link to a video to the channel Redacted in my previous recording today when I was spouting off and ranting about currency. I'm going to go ahead and apply that link in the description once again, but below this video, just because I felt that interview was highly informative, and I urge you guys to share this video, because this guy is spouting up basically the same stuff that I've been going on about for a while, and you know, a lot of the past dates that he talks about pertaining to wars, and I mean, to be honest, a lot of the stuff that is brought up might be new for many people, but for me, it's old news. Much like when he's talking about Pearl Harbor and stuff like that. No, it's all old news, water under the bridge for me. And okay, so while we are here, I do hear a small engine aircraft. Not sure where he's at, but I am seeing more and more of these waves back in here. Once again, don't know if this camera is going to pick up any of this, but there's definitely a lot more of these waves. And of course, with the waves comes the wind. Alright? With these waves in the clouds comes the winds. There's another freebie observation for you people. And it does appear as though this little stripe here is probably a former trail. That's what it appears like to me. But definitely, yeah, all blurred out. It's just not. Okay. So, yeah. And I'm not going to stand out here any longer. Even though I know there'd be more of these waves popping up as far as visibility wise. But oh yeah, and they're going different directions too. So once again, this is just, of course. Let's see. I don't know. That's probably blurred out. Might not be able to see anything anymore. This camera's getting more and more difficult to adjust and to control. And I'm going to just kind of monkey around with lighting here, and whether or not anything pop out at you guys, I'm not sure. But yeah, definitely strangeness once again. See there? I mean, it is even coming on stronger now. Look at this. Yeah. And I can already foresee basically what will happen with the skies after this. I mean, these stripes back in here, they're just going to intensify that much more. And it's going to give the appearance of those great big waves. That's typically how that goes. Alright, we're going to end it there. If you want to click on that link and check out that awesome interview over at Redacted. I swear it is one of the best interviews that I have seen in a very long time. And of course, it relates a lot to my content. So on that note, take care, have a great one, and we'll see you once again back here on this flip side, but maybe not quite as smoky.